system in your typical Western countries like Canada, USA are broken these days. If you're not a baby boomer who were given the opportunity to have a normal life in the past, things don't work like that anymore. People these days, basically for 6 months out of 12 months, you're working for the government. It's you by the time you pay all your taxes, income tax, property tax, which is a nicer way of saying government rent, paying your sales tax and whatever taxes you have to pay. Basically from January to the middle of June, your income is all going to the government. You're not earning anything for yourselves. Even if you do the math, you do what you have to, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Show up at a job, do your job, pay for your gas, pay for your utilities, pay taxes and whatever just to live, or pay rent or pay your mortgage. There's nothing left for yourself at the end. You can barely afford clothes, barely afford food, groceries, and whatever. That's just how sad it is, because people in most people out from outside of Western countries do not understand this. That's why so many stupid people keep dreaming of moving to Canada, USA, and whatever Western country there is. But that's just false, and it's better for them people to stay at their own country and work from there. Because if you can't make it in your own country, there's no hope for you to do anything in Canada, USA, and whatever Western country when locals are struggling themselves. Just look at how Germany's going down. I know a guy who went to Germany last month and he said it was totally stupid. At nighttime and even during the day, it's not like 10 years ago where there's cars all over. Basically, no cars in the road because people can't afford gas. And at nighttime, all the street lamps are turned off because people can't afford natural gas and coal for natural gas and whatever for electricity, because they banned nuclear, but I think they restarted recently. So yeah, it's not looking good for Germany. So this guy, he went to Germany, for example, on a Tuesday. There was a German flag and a Ukraine flag all over the place outside his hotel and whatever, various government buildings. But a week later when he left, it was a German flag and an Israeli flag. Everybody forgot about Ukraine and nobody gives a crap about Ukraine anymore. So just think about this. People in Western countries can barely get by themselves. So how could immigrants do anything? You need big money. How are immigrants going to compete with even if local people aren't getting screwed? Some aren't. How are they going to just compete with all the established people who know the markets and know the language and whatever and can deal with bureaucracy? When you look at all the bureaucracy it takes just to start up a restaurant or any type of business, taxes, it's just all confusing. There's no hope for immigrants. People are just stupid if they think that they're going to immigrate to a Western country, because Western countries are not rich anymore. They're dirt poor. The system is broken. Even local people can't navigate the system, so how are immigrants going to do this? People in India are just being stupid. Philippines are being stupid. How are people going to get a roof over their head when local people can't even afford anything? So how are immigrants going to do it? Look at this place over here, over in Hainan. Nice hotel over here. You got this nice pool of blue water. Look at the sky here. It's nice. So basically, China has everything for Chinese citizens and the whole world if they choose to be like a tourist over here, visit, take advantage of what China has to offer. The problem with Western countries like Canada, USA, the UK, and probably Australia and some European countries probably, but I know for sure Canada, USA is like this, and the UK, people have a superiority complex where they think that they're better than the whole world. They think that It's either the West or the rest of the world, the West or the rest. So they think the whole world needs to follow their lead, and NATO and the North Atlantic countries, like basically Northern Hemisphere, North America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, is the whole world. But most of the whole world lives in Asia, Africa, and Russia and South America. They do not represent the whole world. And think about like this: when Western countries are in terminal decline these days. When was the last time anybody dealt with a reasonable person in Canada or USA where people are quote unquote friendly, at least at a superficial level, help people out, talk to somebody who's like a person to person, man to man, woman to woman, woman to man, woman to man, or whatever? You just don't get this anymore. Everybody just treats everybody's face as a rat's ass. Everybody's just a rat's ass, and everybody's just in the way of everybody. That's how people get treated these days. But in China, it's not like that. People actually treat other human beings as a human being instead of a number, instead of something that, or some ant creature that needs to be controlled by some type of law or loophole to screw people over, like getting government issued photo ID or a license or whatever. This is, and Western countries think that they're better because of all of this, and Western countries, they think they're so rich and fortunate and whatever, but that's just totally incorrect. Western countries have nothing. For example, Canada has no tourist destinations for cheap that are nearby. Same with USA. They can't afford anything in Florida. Australia, I know they do have beach holiday destinations, but nobody can actually afford anything. That's why they go to Bali and Indonesia. But look at it over here. Nice hotels, nice ocean view over here. This is just nice. This is affordable. Right now it's the off season, so it's kind of slow, but there is people over here. Not sure. Yeah, there's a bunch of people, mostly older people right now. But in Chinese New Year and the big holidays, it's busy. So yeah, China's just better than your typical Western country where everybody, like in Canada, is just suffering from inflation, no affordable housing, no holiday destinations. You only get a few months of nice weather for the whole year, and that's it. There's basically nothing. No wonder everybody's so miserable and treating each other so terribly. If you phone a bank or whatever, they're just, or you walk into a bank, deposit some cash or withdraw some cash. So you buy something quick at a gas station for like $10, get $50 in your pocket. Can't even get treated nicely at the bank these days. They don't know your name and nobody gives a crap because your face is just a rat's ass.